Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Barry.
Excellent. I am audible.
Wait, not as bearded now.
Nah, I was extra scruffy before, it's true.
Everyone's bearded. Oh. And meanwhile, I shaved. Although, be right back. Or
How are you doing, Pat?
good, good. As you can maybe tell, my background has changed because fully set up in Iowa now.
Nice. How are things in Iowa?
They've been good. We got the baby started in daycare. We got
Ooh.
house set up, and actually probably as of tomorrow, I'm in the process of changing jobs and going to accept an offer tomorrow.
Oh. Very
So,
nice. That's exciting.
Yeah, lots going on.
Yeah.
There's also one. How are you doing, Barry?
Doing pretty good. I'm moving back to Birmingham in about a week. So my time at the old homestead comes to an end once again. I am going to be in a touring production of City Mouse Country Mouse as the titular City
cool.
Mouse. So that's going to carry me through to November.
Mice, or is that a metaphor?
What?
I'm not knowing anything about the play. Is that is that actual mice or is that a metaphor?
Oh, City Mouse Country Mouse. It's about actual mice. It's a children's play.
Okay.
And one mouse is from the country and one mouse is from the city, and they both learn a little something along the way about what it means to love where you're from and respect other people's differences. So,
and then is it part of the American Tail extended universe? Puppy.
Yes, Fievel makes a cameo appearance right at the end with a little he's got a little whatchamacallit, eye patch.
Yeah.
Puppy.
Let me talk about the American Tails Initiative.
Yeah.
I'm on 2 video chats, so I'm paying for it now. This is our newest family member as of yesterday, because why not get a dog the minute you move into a new house? Our furniture is not even here. Like, our furniture comes tomorrow. We were in the house Friday night. We got the dog Saturday morning. Her name is Eowyn.
Beautiful.
Winnie for short.
Very good.
And anyway, I just wanted to show her off before I now kick her out of this room. Come on.
And what breed is she, John?
She's a Rottweiler German Shepherd mix.
Ah,
cool.
She, like, it is the luckiest we could have possibly been with a dog. Like, perfectly behaved, doesn't seem like a puppy, had one accident like 5 minutes in, and every other time has let us know she needed to go out. And she, like, learned how to sit in, like, 3 tries. And it's nice to have a smart dog. Lance was sweet, but he wasn't the smartest thing.
Nice.
Lance was dumb.
Yeah, but he was so wonderful in other ways.
And so then I was just telling Sarah about how, like, you moved, and I hadn't even been aware that you were, like, going to move. And so I assumed then that is with Rosa.
Yes. We went from...
But there wasn't anything like you're finding yourself off in Colorado.
No. We went from, like, considering moving to Colorado and Denver to me having a job offer by, like, June... I want to say it was, like, June 12th. So from June 12th to August 12th, I took the job, started the job, moved, bought a house. Now it's August 18th. Got a dog.
And then quit the job and started to...
And now he's unemployed again. Yay!
Hooray! No, it's been crazy. Hey, the touring show, like, how long is that? How much of travel is that? Like,
So it's only a southeastern regional tour. So the farthest we'd likely go is like Louisiana, but it goes on from. So we have a short run at the beginning, from like mid-September through like the beginning of October in Birmingham. And then from that point on, from like that point of October all the way for about 2 months there, we're touring.
yes.
So that's going to be fun. Which means I get to wake up at 5 a.m. every day and drive somewhere new and build the set all over again. And it's going to be great.
You're going to be a carny.
Basically, I'll be a carny.
That's amazing.
Don't forget your
I'm sure
time, like, doing method acting and getting to the mindset of a mouse by, like, scurrying and, like, hiding in tiny holes. And
As the city mouse, I know a lot about what it means to have to hide from humans. The country mouse knows not of these methods.
I mean,
That
it
is
sounds
one of
like
the things I will be teaching.
you're living the life of a real life bard, so and you've got decent practice with that.
Very true. Very true.
I was going to say, I don't remember the details of your Errol Fabler, Errol the Fabler look, but it feels like your current look is really well in line with that.
No, yeah, it's connected. Errol's, there's a touch of the Mary Sue to Errol, I suppose. One of the reasons I've always liked playing bards. I have played non-bards, but,
So, Adam can't join because they went camping and hiking, and I think he's having an I told you so moment where his wife, Lindsay, was like, oh yeah, we'll definitely be home by 3. And he's like, there's no way you can climb that mountain and be back by 3. And they weren't even leaving the mountain until 3, and it's 3 hours away. But they were here Friday night, and they'd been to a Rockies game. They were both super drunk. Their friend was driving them. We were talking about D&D because their friend in Australia plays, or their friend who lives in Australia who's here plays. And Adam kept saying, like, Lindsay is like, it's the perfect game for her because she is just like so creative and theatrical, and like she just has this block to where she won't even consider it. And literally drunk on the ground, he's like, yeah, she's even come up with a character concept. And she spouts out this super detailed concept of a mermaid who is obsessed with the land and therefore lives in a barrel and has people carry her around on a cart. And it's like going on about how she was a master archer and like stories of things that had happened to her. And their friend turned to her and was like, Lindsay, you're already playing D&D in your head by yourself. Maybe someday.
That's funny.
I was about to say, so like a few adventures down the line, when we come across a mermaid in a barrel, we know that's a player character.
Yep. I mean, I tried to key it up to her. Yeah, but I would throw her in wherever. Pat, you unlocked in roll 20. Not that it matters right now.
Oh,
but it's cool,
I opened roll 20, but I did not click into the game.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry, my bad.
You bring shame on the whole clan.
Now have I pleased you, John?
Mildly.
Oh.
Well, we were somewhat at the whim of the other Scalfano, as I can run one character. I will begrudgingly run 2. I will not do 3.
Yeah. Fair.
It's so long ago since we played last. Do you guys even have any clue of what happened last time?
We should have written a thing. We never wrote a thing.
Adam did.
Adam? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Adam did write a thing. Let's read Adam's thing.
So long we forgot to get back to the thing.
It was June 25th, so almost 2 months ago.
Yeah, I was surprised you guys didn't get a session in, because like I had moved in that same time frame.
I also moved.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are going to get another game when I wouldn't be able to, but
I moved and moved back.
And all Scout did was go to dinner.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last 3 months.
All right.
Okay. Here I am. All right. I'm in. Ready.
What's up, man?
Nothing much.
Are you in your house?
Getting ready for school starting. Huh?
Are you in your usual New Hampshire home?
Nope. Man, we live in a new place now since last time.
Oh, snap. Still on campus, or?
It's like a little bit, it's technically on campus, but it's like a little bit like adjacent to main campus. So I don't live in a dorm anymore. I live in the bottom floor of a little house.
That's nice. You still get to walk through
Yeah,
the school?
No, I basically walk across the street, but I actually have like a backyard and stuff now, which is pretty sweet.
Did you get a dog?
So, what? Did we
you
get a dog? No, but we may, like, next summer or something like that. We have everything in place for it because the people who were here last had a dog. So, like, they even left, like, the invisible fence stuff in the backyard. So, but with, like, moving and everything that was going on, we didn't want to, like, also introduce a new animal into the mix.
That sounds very wise.
Yeah.
We closed on a house on Monday, started sleeping here Friday, and had a dog by Saturday morning. Don't worry, it's a 10-week-old puppy, so.
Oh, great, good.
No, it's been.
I mean, I'm proud of you that it didn't like go in like reverse order, like so you didn't somehow buy the dog in the airport on your way to Denver, and then like.
Well, we were staying with friends who already have a very curmudgeonly dog, so that was the main thing. But
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
legitimately, we applied for this rescue organization like the day we set foot in Denver, and they required proof of residency. So the day that we closed on the house, we sent them the like copy of the paperwork, and Saturday was the.
And they were like, "Did you buy a house to get a dog?"
Have you met Rosa? Yes.
Yeah.
Dog food?
Did you see her?
Not since we did together. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Can you bring her back over here? Just Scout's joined, and now I need to show you Scout. Scout, her name. Actually, here. Let me see if I can show the camera her name tag.
I don't think she's gonna let you.
Oh, geez.
Oh, got it. Her name is Winnie, but that's short for Eowyn, and her name tag says "I am no man."
That is badass.
Although that's not really gonna help anyone when it gets lost.
No, it's not. So hopefully our address and phone number on the back row. So.
Don't worry, like the chip lists like her address is Rohan, so.
The two finalist names that were up for contention were either Eowyn or Ruth, as in Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Those are
Nice.
good options.
I
Very good
mean, we
name.
wanted a badass female name, so. All right, should we play D&D?
Sure.
Does
I'm
everybody
down.
remember how to play this game?
More or less.
Yeah.
As Adam and Carly so eloquently captured in the recap that this went out 2 months ago, let's see, Flick led you to the path, to a tree. Strange Drow pointed you in the direction of the tunnels. You get there, you met a new friend that gave you an odd sense of deja vu in the form of Errol the Fabler. You started exploring the tunnels, fell in a hole, saw a red glow, found a really old door, went in, found a glowing red orb, some skeletons, of which you made one of them your bitch / new best friend. And
Kelly!
Then your friend Barg, finally, his appetite grew too strong and he attacked you all. And it ended after a decent fight where he just seemed to magically bounce out of there. And you could hear him running off in the corridor above you from which you had fallen. So I think that was pretty much the exact moment we ended. So if I remember correctly, oh dear, I think Kari or Errol one was holding the orb. I think Kari was, because I think she was bashing people with it.
Yeah, I picked up the orb originally, and then Kari took it from me. I gave it to Kari.
Yes, so Kari and Dayfair were pretty much right up on the Barg. He had vamped out. So if you, as a reminder, and actually I think everybody in Roll20 is still on the page of that room. So you were kind of like in the corridor leading up to this room / in this room, really old. There was this desk in it. It had the red orb. It had books that were just, as soon as you touched them, just fell apart in your hands. So old. Everything else in the room is just covered in thick dust. There's now a skeleton corpse off in one side, and in one corner you have the kind of like creaking, swaying Skyrim noises of your new friend Skelly. A couple of you got a little beat up. Dayfair and Kari took some hits, and that's kind of where you're at. You've been like 7 miles of your, I think was told like 24-mile journey, and it's probably around 8 p.m. What would you like to do?
Oh, wait, I forgot to find my character sheet. There we go. Yeah, that's important. Okay. Well, gang.
Rick, Errol, Dayfair.
Yeah, sorry. I missed a decent amount of that because my phone dropped out for some reason. So,
well, it was essentially just a recap. If you remember, you're kind of in this, right outside of this really old room underneath this tavern where you felt his pit trap. You just had finished your battle with Barg literally like seconds ago. So you just heard him scurry off upstairs. At some point, Scout, it'll be good to log into Roll20. Right now you're not in combat, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I had a bunch of shit that was open on my computer, so I'm trying to, also, like, pretty cool that Roll20 got data breached, huh? That was pretty neat.
Well, John, you hadn't spent too much money on it, have you? When they said it was supposed to be about, like, the paying customers.
I mean, there was an expense, so, yeah, whatever. At this point, I'm not concerned with data breaches. They happen every other day. Anyway, Carl pipes up and is like, oh, my God, do we want to chase him? What should we do?
Okay. All right, my newfound allies. I think we have 2 basic decisions ahead of us. We can either try to follow this path down through the next door and see if this leads out of the mountain, or we can go back up to the corridor and see if we can go after Barg.
Okay.
But, like, just why would he do that? He was our friend.
Well, Barg was a Bargist, and was tricking us. So that's how that works.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's probably long gone.
Because you're already my best friend.
All right. I suggest we follow the path of the orb, which leads us deeper into this ancient complex.
I think Airbnb's sound dropped out.
Oh, okay.
You
So
can
I was
hear
just saying that.
John, can you hear us? I think he's playing with music or something.
Sean! You've all frozen in extremely characteristic faces.
Really?
For me.
This is everyone.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's got the trying to dial back in.
Makes
It was
sense.
like Rosa now talking to him. He's raising his eyebrows. Oh, nope, yep, he doesn't like that.
Yeah, didn't? Whatever.
What?
I was just realizing that I was doing the dial-in because I used to have really terrible internet, but now I have better internet. So I wonder if it would be better now. But
I think we were all just doing the phone connector.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the phone connector is just, I think, better to keep us, it's a more sure connection.
Yeah. They're like, even if your internet freezes or drops, that you don't, generally.
Yeah, unless you have shitty phone reception in your brand new house, which is what I heard about that.
I see.
Oh, even better, I accidentally called Comcast back instead.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
What, your sound is coming in and out, John.
You can make a decision around what you're doing next. I'm going to really sound in a better reception, and I'll call back on it.
Okay.
Listen while I go get that phone.
Okay.
For the best possible connection, he's going to get a rotary phone.
So I think
Yeah, there we go.
Now when he comes back, we're going to be like, we solved the entire adventure.
Yeah, yeah.
We just kept going. We
Yep.
got the monster Slayer Guild. We killed the big monster.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so hard. We killed them all. It was so difficult.
Yeah, and then we even found
The
Strahd,
entire
and we beat him too.
world of monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at all of my nerdy books on the wall, and I'm just realizing that if necessary, I can run a pretty cool campaign out of my Faust collection. Run a whole Faust campaign. If anyone wants to run
Wouldn't
a
that
Faust
all
campaign.
take place in one library?
No.
Because he doesn't really go anywhere. He just gets
What are you
dragged
talking
into
about?
hell.
Mephistopheles takes him all sorts of places.
Uh,
Gets to go
but
meet Helen of Troy and gets to see all the palaces of the world and stuff. Oh no.
but that's
We're
all in his
Ghost
mind and stuff.
I mean, it's only in his mind if that's what you think.
Oh.
I mean, as far as he's concerned, it's pretty literal. Anyway, point being.
So we're talking about the literary Faust right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Which other Fausts are there?
I mean, DC, I'm pretty sure, appropriated him as a villain of the Wonder Woman line, and
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. That's
maybe you
yeah,
have a collection of all the times Faust has been appropriated into other works of literature, or Mr. Mephistopheles is referencing cats.
Yeah. Wait,
Okay,
what?
I'm back.
Hey.
Hey, John.
Hello.
Or should I say
All right, so you're heading to What did I hear? You're heading to Mephistopheles?
Well, yeah.
No, we already
we're all
fought
going to
Fout.
Yeah, we're going to be replacing this campaign with a campaign about German metaphysics from the mid-19th century. Because we're doing Goethe's Faust. We're not doing stupid Christopher Marlowe's Faust.
Oh,
Wait,
right.
Perry, this is about German metaphysics.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
Shelley is a classic character from Heidegger.
Yeah.
Kari walks over to you, Errol, and grabs you by the shoulders and says, "What are we doing, man?"
All right.
Yeah. Let's go through the mountain.
So, okay, do you guys want to go through the mountain by trying to go deeper into this ancient complex that we've discovered, or do you want to try to go through the mountain by going up back through the tunnel?
Well,
This complex could be a total wild goose chase, but it also could be the way out.
I mean, is the orb leading us through the complex? Is that like what it's leading us?
No,
it's just
not.
leading us out of the mountain.
We just found the orb. We just found the orb. The orb's not doing anything.
Oh, I thought it was doing something.
Yeah.
Okay. No, let's go through the complex.
Okay, I want to go through the complex too.
Yeah.
Flickwiz doesn't cast a vote because he's currently crying in a crumpled heap on the floor. Still can't get over the betrayal.
Flick.
All right. Well, Dayfair can like pick him up. Carry him. Actually, my skeleton should probably carry him.
Yeah, have Kelly carry him.
At this point, Kari pipes up and says, "This orb isn't doing anything, but it's really heavy. It's like 20 pounds. Is this skeleton going to be around for a while? Can it just carry this thing for us?"
Yeah, it probably can. We could put that in the backpack on his back and carry Flitwick on his front.
Dayfair controls the skeleton.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, and is Flickwiz on the front or back? Am I piggybacking or am I curled up in a little ball?
Yeah, we can fashion a little.
Kelly's arm?
Yeah, we can fashion a little Bjorn for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, is that okay, John? Can we do that?
So you're using some rope to tie a gnomish Bjorn on the back of Skelly, and then Skelly's gonna grab the orb. Whoever is tying this baby Bjorn, make a just general dexterity check.
All right.
I feel like that's something that Errol knows how to do.
I will do the orb. I will tie on the gnome.
As a reminder, you're just rolling a d20 in Roll20, and then you're looking at your character sheet to do the modifier.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to remember how this works. There we go.
So you can either type it, or there's the little buttons I added at the bottom, hopefully, or there's on the little bar in the top left, the second to last thing says dice.
Dang it.
You have to do a slash.
You got to do /roll d20.
Oh, didn't we already figure out how to add the macros or whatever to the bottom?
That's at the bottom.
If you they should be in the bottom left if you followed prior instructions on how to do so.
Wow.
18.
18, and what's your dex modifier?
And then my dex modifier is 1.
All right, 19.
Yep.
You, in 2 minutes, tie a remarkable little harness that, given that it is another gnome, and, you're thinking about your own body shape and size, it actually seems remarkable comfortable. Are you just climbing in, or is Dayfair, setting you in?
Yeah, I'll set him in. Yeah.
Okay, so
Put
he's
him in, that's fine.
picking me up, and I'm kind of looking I have a lot of experiences now with the baby of the like you're setting them in, and then like everything's okay. Like,
Yeah.
Kari walks over and kind of shakes her head and is like, well, I wanted an adventure, and hands the 20-pound, small but very heavy, seemingly brass orb to the skeleton. And Balthazar pipes up finally and says, so did we decide through the door or back up into the corridor?
Through the door. We're going through the door.
and also now Flickwith is still recovered. He's chanting through the door, and like riding skeleton like a
Yeah.
All my practice and harness play has come to fruition.
Gross.
Who is going to attend to the other door? Who's leading the way?
I'll go first.
Yeah, and I will follow Dayfair.
As you walk up to, again, as a reminder, it's a very old, clearly ancient stone door. The handle is this kind of indentation carved into it. As you reach out, it doesn't give.
What shape is the indentation?
It's just like a carved-in handle.
Oh, okay.
So like a semicircle just to pull out.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you could try to force it.
Well, how did we get through the first door?
It was a little stuck, but
I think
with a good shove it came through.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
like five
well,
of us shoved it.
Well, let's do that again. That'll
All right.
probably work.
Do you want me to try just like strength it myself? First?
I mean, why not?
Is anyone helping him?
Yeah.
I will help,
advantage.
but I'm not very valuable. But
Sure.
I will help.
Dafer, make a strength check at advantage. As you pull, you feel Errol grabbing your calf and pulling with you.
Okay.
So essentially, you can
Great.
just click D20 twice and then take the higher.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, 19. And what's your
Strength modifier. 2.
actually, no, we'll say athletics. So, like, what's your
Oh, it's even better.
skill
Plus 4.
So 23?
So, yeah, 23.
You reach out, muscles bulging, and even the Errol's little tugging actually does help. Doesn't budge at all.
Damn.
Ah.
try pushing.
You push as well, doesn't budge.
Great.
Okay.
You get the sense that this is like this door may not have moved in longer than all of you have been alive cumulatively.
What is
All right.
the shape of the indentation?
It's just
Imagine just a flat stone door, but then there's an opening where you can just stick your hand in and pull. So the shape would essentially be like the concave.
Is there any like lettering or symbols on the door or anything? Or is it just completely flat and...
It is completely flat and bare. And again, it is, think like Stonehenge kind of door, as in like, maybe there was something there one time, but it is quite possible that if there was anything detailed, it wore away centuries ago.
Okay.
Does
Okay.
anybody want to do like a magic check?
Like, what do you mean?
Are you
Mimic
one of our
Arcana?
magic people?
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, like, I don't know, maybe it's like magically powered in some way that we just can't see because it's so worn.
Okay.
Balthazar,
I mean, I can.
Balthazar speaks up and just says, I mean, despite what you've seen me be able to do, I actually wouldn't be very helpful because my magic just comes from within, so I don't really know much.
I mean, I have pretty high arcana, so I can try it.
Okay.
He's got pretty hard arcana, so maybe he should try it.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Hold on.
Sure, go ahead and make an arcana check. Also,
Okay. Not great.
while you're doing that, there's glass doors from the office to the rest of the house, and I'm just watching Rosa walking through an empty house with a puppy dog, trying to train it. Fantastic.
All right, so
7. Yeah, what's your bonus?
yeah, 5, so it's 12.
Again, you don't see anything because there's no real symbols or anything on it. Like, there's not much for you to go on.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Is there anywhere else for us to go?
Well, we can go back out through the tunnel, but there's nowhere else to go out through that stays in the complex.
Yeah.
Kari speaks up and says, well, Flick, you were leading us before, right? Like, where do you think we should go?
And so and I'm on the back of the skeleton, right? Like I'm perched on top, like a Yoda situation.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, forward, Nobbins, the skeleton, we're going back. And then I'm leading the way, like kind of, again, riding the skeleton like a mount, back out the door that we came through and back towards the pitfall.
Okay, so we're just giving up on the door. All right.
Yeah, I'm just giving up on the door.
Cool.
All right, so you're all headed back to the main corridor that you came through. All right, for brevity's sake, we'll say over the next 5 minutes, you all kind of clamber up over these rocks, because if you remember, there was kind of like a rock pile blocking this hallway, but there's a small opening that you kind of came through. And then there's your room with a pit trap, and there's a dead elf on it, and pretty sure somebody ransacked it. And then there's your rope that you left, and you did something with the trap to up. Anyway, over the next 5 minutes, you make it back through that. You all struggle up the rope. Some of you make it really easy. I'm not going to have you roll because I really only want you to roll if there's like a significant difference in potential outcome. So you find yourself now, some of you a little winded. You were standing on the other side of this pit trap, back in your main corridor.
Just to make sure we have figured out how to get the skeleton up with the rope.
I mean, you were able to trade off. Kari throws the orb in her backpack temporarily, climbs up. The skeleton can climb. He's not very smooth, and so I imagine Flick is probably doing something between screaming in fear or yelling out "We" like a roller coaster ride as he
"We" like a roller coaster ride.
Yep. But now you all, as a reminder, find yourself back in this corridor. The pit trap is immediately behind you. The glyph that was on the ground that triggered this thunder wave that knocked you all back into the pit trap. You can see it now clearly on the floor where you hadn't before. It has been triggered. Errol, you would know that having been triggered, you're now fine to continue forward. And as a reminder, it's like 10-foot diameter tunnels, very rough walls, rough jagged ceiling, pitch black. So unless
we
you
mostly have dark vision, though.
I actually think everyone has dark vision, we realized.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Although I have like the extra advantage like the extra 30
Which
feet.
you do, and it's not even with stealth. It's just like by default in pitch black, no one can see you, right?
Yeah. Unless,
Okay,
I think what we kind of said was that, like, I'm making myself known.
Yeah, well, every now and then as you're watching the skeleton, you forget that Flick is on his back and have to, like,
although now that we're at
again.
the top of the pitfall, I'm actually going to say I'm now bored of the skeleton. I've already feel like I've experienced it all. And so, like, I'm going to flip off and then be, like, again, kind of back to my, like, pattern of scouring the ground of the pathway and just checking to see if I see any tracks or anything.
Make a survival check.
Mm-hmm. That's 13 plus 3, 16.
You do notice that there is some tracks of blood that you notice is the same blood that came out of Barg as you were attacking him down below, leading off forward in the direction down this hall, and it goes as far as you can see.
Oh, actually, that reminds me, thinking back to June, I had messaged you, John. My hunter's mark is still on Barg.
Oh, shit. It is.
And so I'm going, like, what's the way of,
but I think it has a limit of, you have an advantage check you have to find it. Yeah, so actually, assuming that you were trying to track Barg, you will have advantage.
yeah, sensing, or like, finding the little trace of blood and, like, picking up a little bit of dust. We went, yes, that's Barg. I'm gonna just kind of like make the decision that I'm gonna try to, like, sense out for him.
Okay, I mean, make another D20 roll. It'll all be, well, sure. Actually, make another check at advantage now. Survival check with advantage, specifically for Barg.
Survival,
17?
so that'd be a 21.
Yeah. Yeah, no, now that you're zeroed in, you know that he is absolutely down this path.
Do you have a sense for distance? Like, are we still, like, is he way far gone?
Yeah, actually, well, I mean, with the 20 and looking at the blood, you're able to tell, like, okay, this blood was clearly from about 6 minutes ago. And that you can look and tell the pattern of, like, how close together the droplets are at first and then how dispersed they get. So you can assume that he was running at a full sprint down the hallway. And so you are doing the math in your head of, okay, 5 minutes, and everybody sees this, like, beautiful mind. Yeah, you're going to guess that he is, oh, God, let's see, probably like 100 times 600 times, like 3,000, probably 3,000 feet ahead of you.
Okay, so just to kind of, like, recap it all into the, what everyone else would see of Flick in this moment. So I'm like, I'm bored. I flip down off the skeleton. I go and I start kind of, like, picking around in the dirt. I go, like, tasting some of the, like, finding some blood and tasting it. And then, kind of making, like, woo, 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 like, noises as I'm doing the calculations. And then finally, do my, like, kind of calm down, like, Barg has traversed this way. I believe an exit likely in this direction. And then back, like, oh, okay. And then, like, skipping off down the corridor.
All right.
Kari pipes up and is like, well, I guess we should go kill it? Yes?
If possible. But my
Oh, no,
goal
he's way
is to
far
just
away.
get out of the...
Sorry, I forgot to say that part. He's far away.
All
Looks like
right,
I'm on a
okay.
mushroom.
we may not be able to
Um,
catch him, but he's probably heading out of this mountain.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
probably
Dayfair gets it, and Flake comes up and like starts like patting Dayfair on the hip. Like Dayfair gets it.
Great. All right. Well, yeah. So I mean, we'll just gotta keep him in view as long as we can, but ultimately we just have to get out. So.
Balthazar speaks up and says, "So what is our marching order?"
Flickwitz cares not for your marching orders, so again, he's already kind of heading off down the path.
Okay. Errol is going to be smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, I'll just go behind Flitwick, I guess.
Flickwitz makes it sound like an insult.
All right. Balthazar follows Arrow, and Kari takes up the rear. All right. Flick, as the leader, what pace are y'all going? Are you going as fast as you can? Are you going normal pace? Are you trying to be stealthy, which means you'll go at half speed?
Or was that to me, or?
I mean, Flick, you're leading the group, so you're setting the pace.
Yeah, so I would say I don't know what the rest of the group is doing, but like, you know, just that I'm kind of proceeding at a normal pace without any kind of, I guess, notion for stealth, just because, you know, given my history and stuff like, and my, like, you know, training, I am by default, you know, more stealthier than not. So I'm just kind of like proceeding at normal, you know, kind of, or I'm overconfident in my ability to hide in the dark. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dayfair doesn't really do stealth.
I love it.
Okay. So normal pace. Yeah.
Yeah, the normal pace.
All right. You all start your way down this tunnel. And as a reminder, I'm pretty sure this stretch of the tunnel, actually, it was just kind of winding straight ahead. You start going, and 5 minutes pass, no changes, just kind of this winding tunnel. 10 minutes pass. You go for about another 2 miles. So it takes you about another 40 minutes before you notice really any change. At which point, let me just keep track of this, 2 miles, 40 minutes. At this point, you come across, you can actually, Liquids, you make a perception check, actually. All right.
And then that's a plus perception, +3.
Okay, so actually, at about 1.5 miles in, your ears pick up. You like stop dead in your tracks, and you can hear there's conversation up ahead. You get the sense with the 21, you actually hear 4 different voices at different times. Can't really, from this distance, can't tell what they're saying, but like there appear to be at least 4 things that can talk up ahead. And again, with that kind of perception check, you can tell that it's ways down. It's like 0.5 mile ahead.
So I would say, so Flick, upon hearing voices, that I basically just turn around to the group and I'm like, guys, there's other people here. And then I just like kind of take off at an even faster pace. no concept of stealth. Just like there's other people here, and like over ecstatic.
Okay.
Can Dayfair grab him?
I mean,
I don't know. Can he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you make an athletics check and Flick make an acrobatics check.
Awesome.
That's +3 for me, so 11.
So 11?
Yeah.
Hello. Wow. I guess not. Yeah, that's a 9.
Wait, what's your
modifier?
athletics?
9? Yeah, 11 versus
6.
9. Yeah, I mean, your arms are, your whole body is still a little sore from trying to rip open a mini-ton door. And so you're just sluggish enough to miss out on Flick, who is actually surprisingly not dexterous in this moment because he's just so excited. But his claw.
I said he even mistook like Dayfair reaching for him as like agreeing, like, yeah, come on, and I like grab his hand and start pulling him along.
You grab his hand and start pulling him along? Oh God. Okay. Now each of you make an athletics check.
What? I have to make an athletics check.
What's your modifier? Yes.
+2.
Oh, come on.
To your chagrin, you actually find that Flick is so excited that you are now stumbling down the corridor after him as he is dragging you along.
Wow. Okay.
Are you trying to get the bad rolls out?
Yeah.
I'll say with that pull, he drags you like a good 15 feet down the hallway. Do you eventually give in?
Or the options are either give in or just like you finally do pull back, I would say. Like you still have to follow, but your hand has been pulled back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, like I say to him, like, you need to stop. We don't know if these are like safe people or if these are actual friends.
Why?
Why?
Is like just your way of getting prepared for a toddler?
Yeah.
Well, except for the hyper competent ranger parts, I don't think the baby's ever going to do that.
I mean, we just not even like an hour ago, we're fighting like undead, like monsters.
But we beat them.
Right.
You made one of them your slave. Don't you want 4 slaves? Oh, there's 4 of them, by the way.
That's not how it works. And also, if you heard them talking, that means that they're probably more sophisticated.
They could. Really, the problem is that they could be like Barg. Remember Barg?
Barg! So if Flick is back to or just like going through the flashbacks to Barg, and cue the montage of like the 10-15 minutes we spent with Barg, being like Barg. This is like us normally walking.
Yeah, all of us like.
Or it's like if with his memory, it's like we're best friends, but Barg is just like eating his sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. These could be friends of Barg, and if Barg wasn't
well, then we gotta go warn them.
Well, let's just why don't we just try and surprise them? It'll be a fun surprise.
Ooh, yeah, that does sound fun.
Okay,
Okay, follow me. Like, and then now
quiet.
I do activate stealth mode.
All right,
Like,
cool.
you know, I fully just like step back and melt into the shadows.
All of the rest of you, Flick just disappeared. You cannot even perceive him at all.
Yeah.
Flick, you make a stealth check. Is everyone else joining him and trying to stealth forward?
Yeah, I guess so.
Ooh. Although I have a +5, so that's 11.
Got it. So your stealth check is an 11. However, as long as there is no light, you are undetectable. So actually, make another stealth check, because then technically if you're invisible, you have advantage on stealth checks.
Oh, it's advantage, so it still goes with the 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then he just lit a Roman candle.
All right,
all right.
Mine's a 14.
It took me a while to remember what a Roman
stealthing?
candle was.
Dayfair, are you stealthing along behind?
I guess. I mean, it's not pretty good.
Are you in heavy armor?
I'm chainmail, yeah. Well,
So if you look at your stealth, does it say to the right of it disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, then you roll twice and take the lower.
Oh, great. This is going to be really bad, right?
All right. And Perry, what's your modifier?
3. So 14.
Right, so
Maybe
got
Skelly can carry me too.
11, 14, 11, 18, and a 1. Oh, fuck. Technically, we should make one for Skelly as well, but you know what? We won't even bother. Well, you're like, there's moderate degrees of like stealthiness, and you can all see each other except for Flick, who's just gone. And every like few steps, you hear the creak of Dayfair's armor, and then the creak of Skelly's bones.
I guess we'll go in the back.
As you get closer, I just need to find one thing that I couldn't find. One moment. Okay, good. As you get closer, you can see there is this like, not just the voices, but you can hear, kind of see light kind of up ahead in the tunnel. It is a very even light, and you get the sense that it's most likely a magical light as opposed to like a flickering torchlight. But you hear a particularly loud clank behind you, and the voices up ahead go completely silent. And you stop at kind of the edge of the light where you're still in the darkness. And you can tell that like up around the corner, probably about 60 feet, is where the sound originated from. So you can either continue on into the light, or you can kind of pause here. Very dramatic pause for the drink. What you doing, Flick?
Oh, Flick is going all in.
Gonna go all in sneaking, or is he like gonna go all in like?
Well, there's a surprise we have to give him.
Right.
So, Flick,
I regret trying to give advice to you.
as you come around the corner, the rest of you kind of shake your head because clearly there is nowhere to hide in this tunnel, and as soon as you go out into the light, you will be very visible. Flick, as you come around the corner, you see a group of what very much looks like an adventuring party similar to yourselves. And immediately you can recognize that these seem much like the people that you started at the Arena of Bones with.
Oh no, this game is an MMO.
Oh God! Is it free to play?
It's just a PvP
up ahead of you. You see, kind of right in the middle, there's this half orc wearing leather armor with a dagger out. On one side is a large furbolg with this like metallic gold like feather jewelry all over it. On the other side is a tiefling in heavy armor, much like your own friend, with a shield and a mace. But you notice that like all of their armor, whereas Dave Fair, if I remember correctly, like your armor's seen some wear, but you try to take care of it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this tiefling's armor looks like they practically ripped it off of the bodies, kind of like you found downstairs. Like,
Practically,
imagine if
they did rip it off the bodies downstairs.
No, imagine if Pigpen from Charlie Brown was a tiefling in heavy armor. That's what they look like.
Wow.
Outside of them, there's actually two more. You see a half elf with an exceptionally long pointed nose, holding a bow nocked, and on the other side is a giant black bird standing on all fours, roughly about 3 or 4 feet tall, wearing black cloak and black robes.
Hold on.
And
a bird?
You're saying a bird?
Yes, a bird.
Birds only have 2 legs, John.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you mean all fours?
Oh, sorry. Not all fours. Standing upright, bipedal, opposite of all fours.
Okay.
Imagine a bird like hunched over.
Pretty fucking cool, though.
Come on,
Just
you
like
guys
4
are
bird feet like a bear.
insanity that is my life.
Well, like, I couldn't tell if it was like a bird with wings down or if it was like a griffin or something. But
I took your phone. I'm using it.
Yeah.
I didn't see my phone.
I was imagining it like that it like stands like a bear, but it has bird feet. Like, just like 4 spindly little bird feet.
okay, so it's a half elf with a bow and arrow and a giant bird.
A bird person.
Yes. And so this group of 5, and again,
Or bird person or bird?
it is a bird person. It is like, it looks like the size of a large child. It is wearing clothes. It has a hood pulled up, but you can see this black beak coming out from underneath.
Oh, I know what these are. Yeah.
Cool.
And so,
I've read the Monster Manual.
again, it's like a 10-foot wide, so they're kind of in a flying V formation, but tightly together, with this half orc who's out front. And he yells out to you, "Who goes there?"
Hi, my name is Flick. Are you guys friends of Barg?
They all kind of look at each other. What's a barg?
And then I just kind of turn back to the corner and like, hey, Dayfair, I don't think they know Barg at all.
Ugh. Dayfair like rolls his eyes, just like comes out of hiding.
All right. Yeah, Errol kind of trots as quickly as he can to get to the head of the party, because clearly this is a diplomatic situation.
And you don't
You're
have faith
saying
in
what
me
Flick
being
is doing is not diplomacy?
Sorry, what?
I said, what you're saying that what Flick is doing is not diplomacy?
Yes. So yes, I kind of trot up, and I'm kind of panting a little. I'm like, greetings. What are your, can I, better question, what are you doing here? Let's start out on that note.
Flick, you were like in the test. Were you like the second person to go?
Yeah. Because it was
Okay.
the one Nordle got like just creamed, and then I had like a 2-hit KO right after him.
Right.
Seeing you all like slowly emerge and kind of taking stock of the group, the warlock kind of lowers his or the half orc in medium armor with a dagger out lowers his weapon and is like, I remember you from the arena. You were the one who just demolished that beast. And in terms of the rest, and he's like, their fellow.
Yep, that's me. And then like
the test.
Liquid kind of like poses and puffs out his chest like, yes, that was me.
And at this point, you can see them all visibly relax. And the half orc is like, well, if you mean us no harm, we mean you no harm. We're just trying to make our way through these damn tunnels. Truce?
Absolutely. Truce is great. Question, have you seen anyone coming this way?
At this, they're kind of all putting their weapons away. He's like, well, we actually just got here. As you can see right behind us, we're at a bit of a crossroads. And you can see that there is a branch to the left and the right.
Ah, okay.
And he's like, but if you're referring to whatever created this trail of blood, this blood was here as we came through. So we have been at this point maybe 5 minutes trying to make up our minds.
Well, as a matter of as a matter of adventurely courtesy, we're happy to let you know that is the blood of a Bargist.
His name was Barg.
we were tricked by. And
at this, they're kind of you see them all looking at each other, and everyone is looking to the next for some sense of acknowledgement that anyone knows what this is, and it is just confusion across all their faces. And the half orc looks back and is like, "What is a Barg-ain? Should we be afraid of this thing?"
They're a pretty minor creature of the abyss. Let's see. I believe they come from the plains of Gehenna. They're pretty gross, and they come to this plane to gain strength. That's just what the stories tell me. Hi, Errol. I'm a fabler, storyteller.
Well,
good to meet you.
Hello, Errol. My name is Kel. As a storyteller, you may have heard of me. Have you heard of me?
You know, I hear a lot of stories, so it's entirely possible. I'd have to look through my book. But
well, no worries. It's more of a regional tale. But anyway, are you going to be following this creature? Because there's very clearly a trail of blood to the right and none to the left. And in your own terms of adventurely courtesy, we are happy for you to kind of make your decision first.
So it's been 40 minutes, right, John? Since we last encountered Barg.
Approximately 45 minutes. since you last saw Barg.
Okay, so still within an hour. I'm going to sense for Barg again.
Yeah, you can, again, like, yeah, you still get the very strong sense that he is down this path. And again, with your hunter's mark on, the blood on the ground is almost kind of just like, almost glowing in your sight. It stands out so vividly to you.
But then
very clearly going down the right path.
More what I'm trying to sense right now is the distance again of like, is he still about the same amount of distance ahead of us? Does he seem like he's gone further, or is it like come to a stop?
Well, your hunter's mark doesn't give you any special magical like pings or anything, but similarly, like looking at
like some sense of distance.
I don't think it does. Hunter's mark by default doesn't, unless you have something special as a ranger. But you can still, from just looking at the blood, get the sense that he has still been kind of at this point. He was still sprinting as fast as he could in that direction. So you get the sense that since for the last couple miles you've been going at a normal pace, if he's continuing this run, he is probably significantly farther ahead of you. Like that 3,000 feet may have turned into, easily a couple miles on you.
Okay.
Actually, it's definitely a couple miles on you.
Okay. And sorry, just
to say in general, like, Barg went that way, and I think it might be a way out. Because he kept going.
Can I ask, hey, Flick, do you sense any fresh air coming from that direction? My senses aren't as strong as yours.
I don't know, do I?
With that survival check, we'll say it's all the same one. At this point, you don't actually get any crispness of air. It's all kind of just this like musky, fairly dry underground air. So based on that, if there is an exit down either one of these paths, it is still far, far away.
So Flickwitz is gonna, not being able to decipher the question and / not really understanding Errol's question in his own way. If it was basically just right now, like trying to like lick the air, like freshness. It doesn't. I don't sense anything fresh.
All right. So I'm going to assume that's a no. I'm going to suggest that as a party, we go after Barg. I feel like he's our responsibility. Wouldn't want to foist him on the other party, and perhaps he's led us on the way out. You're welcome to join us or to head your own way.
By all means, please. Good luck tracking your demon from Gehenna. We'll give this other path a try, and hopefully we'll see you on the other end, and we can swap tales of our adventures.
Sounds good, Cal. I like you. Will you be my friend? And then I have to do my usual, kind of go down the line, trying to shake hands.
Make a persuasion check.
9 plus -1. So 8.
Kel bends forward and shakes your hand, but it's more like an adult shaking the hand of a child, not condescendingly. You just very much get a sense that he thinks that you are not to be taken seriously.
Well, Flick takes it entirely seriously, and now thinks that we've sealed the pact of friendship.
None of the rest shake your hand. They're just kind of a mix of either standing with their arms crossed for the tiefling, or the half elf is fiddling with their bowstring, and the bird just kind of looks at your hand and cocks its head.
And again, Flickwood takes none of this against himself. He just is still like thinks about it, just like okay, and like heads towards the door with the blood trail.
Does everyone follow?
Yeah, Dayfair just kind of gives
Yeah.
a sort of curt knightly salute to the other group and then follows. Like,
Dayfair is slinking in his heavy metal armor and
Yes.
with the skeleton trailing.
bump, bump, bump.
Yep. As Skelly walks by, you see the tiefling kind of jump back a bit and like turn to their shoulder and say something to the furbolg. Make a perception check, Dayfair.
Okay. Wow. It'd be great if I could roll.
Yeah, you
don't know
notice
shit.
anything. And you all kind of walk down this path. As soon as you guys are down that path, the other group and their light source, which was a good question, was coming. The light of which was coming from like the top of this staff that the furbolg was holding, goes off back down the non-bloodied path, and soon you find yourselves back in pitch black. Same marching order. Flickwood still leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Flickwood has no problem with it.
Make another survival check.
So that'd be an
All of us
18.
or just like?
No, just Flick who's leading the way.
Right.
You lead the windingness of the path from before continues.
Oh, sorry, that's a 16. The +5 is stealth. Survival is 3, so that's 16, just to clarify.
Okay, got it. So the winding continues, but this time the path is like at a very slight incline. And if you remember, like the first 3 miles was down, the last was fairly flat. You're now starting to go up somewhat. It's fairly uneventful until you go again for another probably 2 more miles. You go another 2 miles, and you find yourself in this very slightly wider part of the path. So whereas before it was like a 10-foot tunnel, now it kind of bulges out a little bit to where it's maybe 15 feet wide, just for a small area. And you can see, you notice that there's this spot of light on the ground. And as you look up, you can see that there's this incredibly long shaft with just a pinprick of light up at the very top of it. And then the path continues forward.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to do anything or just continue on?
Okay, so the pinprick of light. I'm sorry, I kind of missed what you were saying there. So there's a pinprick of light that.
You essentially you're continuing down or up this winding tunnel, and the only thing that is noticeable at all is a couple more miles in, it just widens ever so slightly, and you see this patch of light on the floor, and you look up and you see this like shaft going up into the up into the mountain to where you can actually see at the very top of it there is a like small what appears from your vision to be either a very small opening or a very far away opening to the sky. At which, and given this is a good time check, it's probably like midnight 30 by now. So the light that's coming in is moonlight.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I don't really
Does
think
anyone
there's much
have-
we can do.
Nobody
At
has.
this point, Kari speaks up and is saying, well, it looks like we have to continue forward, but this is a good reminder that it's getting kind of late. What's our strategy? Are we going to try to go through the night and get to the headquarters early in the morning and rest there, or do we
remind me,
need to rest?
John, the distance check of from where we departed to the final destination was how many miles?
Ooh, I think it was like 24. Let me see. 20. Yeah, 4 miles to the tunnels, another 20 underground. And so you have been going underground. You would guess you're probably at about 8 miles.
Oh, that's doable. We could make that.
Yeah,
we can make another 8 miles.
I feel like we should try and
You've
get
probably
to,
gone 8, so you probably have another 12 left.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It makes sense. I think it makes sense to try to make our. Yeah, I think we should keep going.
I think we would all feel safer if we were camped out with at least a view of the outside, if not in the outside.
Yeah.
At this point, Kari says, all right, well, at some point, though, it might be nice to just take at least a short rest, maybe even for just like an hour. Like, I don't know, I got a little beat up in that last encounter and just want to make sure that, you know, we don't get ambushed or anything in case we meet our friend again.
We can do a short rest.
Yeah,
We're not gonna
this
keep
is a good place to do a short rest. Yeah. Okay. And I will play Song of Rest.
Oh, snap. What's that do?
Well, let's see what it does. Oh no. Hold on. I gotta.
Okay,
I gotta find.
Every hit dice used gains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Great. Well, then Kari is definitely going to take advantage of that. So 9 plus 2 is 11. Fantastic. Is anyone else doing anything during the short rest?
Yeah, I'm going to use the hit dice as well.
Go for it.
Hold on.
Dave,
You only recover
you're down
spell slots
to 8,
on long rest, right?
yeah, unless you are super special, which you're not. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I'd like to use that.
Go for it. On your character sheet, it should have all the nice reminders of what to roll, what to add to it, and how many you get.
Yeah, it's a D10 plus 1.
And I get an extra D6, right?
Yep. So you should both start out by just using 1.
Mine doesn't say how many hit die I have.
Where it says hit dice, on the left where it says level, that's how many you have. So you should
okay.
third level.
Oh, okay, perfect. Great. All right, well, I will mark 1 then, and I will roll that.
Okay, so I get 12 hit points back.
Oh, come on. All right, I get 3 back.
Well, no, but now roll a d6 because of his Song of Rest.
Oh, right. Great. Oh, sweet. All right, so I got 8 back.
Nice. Here, I'll do it on level
That's
20.
much better.
Oh yeah, you're back at full. All right. Anybody? You all kind of essentially, it's fairly cozy in here, so you're all just kind of huddled up in the corners, and there's Skelly is just standing awkwardly in the middle of you all, creaking back and forth, holding this orb. While Errol sings you a lovely tune. I'm assuming. Go for it.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's essentially the Lay of Gilgalad. That's what the one I know off the top of my head.
Great. It's now, you imagine, probably 1:30. During this time, you've seen the moonlight on the ground shift slightly as the moon is clearly moving across the sky above. Feeling rested, you gather back up and follow Flickwitz's slightly more energetic march forward.
Yeah, I think we should actually take a slightly faster pace.
Can do, boss. And Flickwood starts off faster.
Great. Then it only takes you 15 minutes to go the next mile. Here, about a mile further, you come to yet another fork in the road. Again,
great.
Left and right. And you can see that this time the blood trail goes to the left. You continue following.
I say we keep following the trail.
Sure.
That makes sense. Are we sure that like this trail hasn't been tampered with in any way?
Make an investigation check.
But I've been rolling so badly. 12, that's not that bad. What do I have?
What's your modifier?
Oh, it's -1. 11.
All right.
Yeah.
And what kind of tampering are you thinking of?
I don't know, like, that they could have just, like, used, like, do we even know that it's, like, his blood for sure? Like, could have moved it? I don't know. Could be an illusion.
I mean, as you look down and like touch the ground, like your fingers are coming up wet, but it's more of like, it's not that there's actually, it's not that it's wet, like blood is coming back up on your hand. It's like the mud, the dirt there is quite muddy, and you can tell that there has been some, you know, semi-viscous liquid on it, as if something came through here bleeding on it a while ago and it has soaked into the dirt. So not an illusion for sure. Whether or not it's Barg's.
I mean, you tasted it before, right, Flick?
Uh-huh.
You want to
Flick,
just
you can
double
make a
check?
survival check, but not at advantage anymore because your hunter's mark is definitely gone.
Yeah. Although that would be with, or survival is the +3, so that would be a 4, but I mean, critical fail anyways.
You reach down and grab way too much, and it's more dirt than blood, and you just shove it into your mouth.
Tastes like mine.
And it's more.
Great.
Well, I say it's our only. Hold on. Can I make another investigation check? Would it be investigation or perception to check whether or not the air is starting to change? Or is that
That
survival?
would be I bet you do perception or survival.
It doesn't matter. It's all wisdom. It's all terrible. All right. I was just hoping it might be investigation.
I mean, it sounds like we basically like are just like a bumbling group of like non-trackers trying to track something. So I guess we'll just have to
Hey,
follow
I'm a
whatever
tracker.
super obvious breadcrumbs the game leaves us.
right,
14. Let's see. Nope, you can't. You still can't tell.
Okay. All right. Then all we've got to
assuming
go
you're
on
going
is the
in
blood trail.
Yeah, but as you're kind of sniffing, you remember like you're supposed to go 20 miles underground, and you probably have like another 6 left. So assuming that you're going in a straight shot where you should be, and you're not kind of looping back on yourself, you wouldn't expect to smell anything yet anyway.
Right.
All right.
Cool.
Continuing following the blood.
Sounds good.
That's all we got. Why not?
All right, and continuing at the faster pace.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. You continue down the left path. It is continuing to go slightly upwards. Here it's less windy and it's more of a straight shot incline.
Sorry,
after
so
about
my foot dropped. We're following the blood trail still?
yeah, that's what the consensus was. Flick's leading the way.
No, I was just clarifying since I didn't have audio.
Yep. You get about 15 minutes in, moving quickly. You have gone about a mile, and you come across for the first time something that is more than just a straight path. But all it is you kind of see a dead end ahead, and then there's a branch to the right. And as you go around the branch, you realize essentially the dead end is just this jutting out of the tunnel wall. And on the other side is just a very kind of large alcove, maybe 20 feet across. It's kind of this tumor off of the path. The path continues off to the right. Flick, we'll say, with your perception and your incredible night vision, you can see that here there actually is a decently sized puddle of blood. Seems like it probably came about the same time as the rest, but your keen tracking, you get the sense that whatever was creating this blood likely paused for some amount of rest here before continuing on.
Yeah, so I kind of, I'll stare at everyone, but in a very quick way, I kind of relay that on to people. It's like, a Barg-ain here. And there's going to be Aragorn references when you're playing a ranger. You just gotta.
Yeah, no, it's the standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, Kari is kind of pulling out her flail, I think was her weapon, and saying, "Well, Flick, can you tell how far away? Are we getting closer to this creature? Should we be on guard?"
Well, I lost my sense of him, but I generally think not. 39.
And she slowly puts her weapon back. Balthazar speaks up and says, "Well, there's only one path forward."
So, onward.
All right.
Hey, that's my line. and then like muscles arrow out of the way to dart off into the darkness again.
You continue rushing down this path, continuing up this incline, back to just a simple tunnel. Let's roll my d6. Ooh, after about another mile, as soon as you go through, you hear this like loud crashing right behind you, and the entire tunnel behind you has just caved in. Boulders falling from the ceiling, small rocks, just completely eliminated any way of returning down that path.
Rad.
Okay.
Can I like kind of survey the surrounding tunnel that we're in right now? You know, just kind of with a eye for if the pattern like we triggered it via like booby trap, or if it was just kind of natural.
Make an investigation check. Actually, yeah, that's an investigation check for sure.
So investigation would be +1, so 14.
There's nothing on your side that gives you any signals. If there was anything you triggered, it must have been underneath this now massive pile of rocks.
Okay, so Flick was just kind of shrugs and keeps on going forward and be like, huh, that was weird.
And Victor is confident that the undead had nothing to do with this.
You make it about another mile, and you come to yet another fork in the road. This time, to the right is where your trail of blood continues. It seems a little bit fainter by now, but it's still there. And to your left, it's just nothing special, just the tunnel. Left or right? After the blood?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
No, this is
what we
where
got.
we'll veer away from the blood.
I just want you all to know that there was I did not plan for a nice trail of blood to give you direction through here. I just thought, what would happen? Where would he go? Why? Okay, this is where he would go. And so originally I was assuming you would be making random choices that would be deciding things. Anyway, all right, you take the right path. This time you go 1 mile, and you're still going fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You go still at an incline, 1 mile, 2 miles. You must have gone perhaps 45 minutes to get another 3 miles. When all of a sudden, Flick, as you're just kind of running down this pathway, you just trip over something, and you can feel it snap right in front of you.
Oh dear.
And I need to make a ranged attack roll. What is your armor class?
14.
So you feel the impact of 2 crossbow bolts just coming out of the wall and getting you one in each shoulder, and just like stab right in, dealing 13 points of piercing damage.
Oh my God.
And you just kind of stumble to the ground.
You said 13?
And 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the rest of you, like, as you're coming up behind him, you can see on the ground there was very clearly a tripwire that he just sprinting in the darkness. No way he was going to see moving that fast, not searching for anything.
Ow!
Okay.
Because Blake is still, very recent from the forest. He doesn't understand the concept of booby traps, really. Anti-personnel booby traps.
I'll do. I can do lay on hands.
Oh, nice. How many points of healing are you pumping into him?
It says points in my pool. Is that referring to?
Yeah. So essentially, this is not like you have your own little pool of healing that you can just dole out with lay on hands. You don't have to roll anything. You can just say, I'm giving him X number of points and subtract it from that.
So where is that pool?
Oh, on your sheet. If you go back up to underneath the hit dice box, there's your feature box. Lay on hands should be one of the features. It should say max,
cool.
That's your pool, and then use
All right.
is where you can list how much.
All right. Well, here, I'll give him like half of it. Like, can I give him like 8?
Sure. So just mark 8 on the use side.
Okay.
Flicklets, as you're laying there, screaming, Dayfair comes over with his hands and grabs each crossbow bolt and puts his hand on your shoulder, and there is this like warmth that fills and this gentle glow as he rips out each one. And as he does, you can immediately feel the wounds close, and he repeats on the other side. You still feel hurt, but there's no more gaping wounds on your arms.
So it's more. So now it's like instead of wailing, it's more just kind of like whimpering.
Kari comes running up and says, well, that was different.
Yeah, so who's good at finding traps? Because clearly they are here. Anybody?
Yes, Master Ranger, do you have any tracking spell trap finding abilities?
Don't know, because I've never gone into this depth on the Gloomstalker sheet.
I mean, the other option is we just have Skelly walk in front of us.
I mean, so that wounds Flickwit's pride a little bit, but just having gotten 2 crossbow bolts in the shoulder, again, he's still just kind of whimpering and just kind of like nodding. Yeah, no, I don't have any. I don't have any spells that would help.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
yeah, I don't even remember how D&D handles that. Is it like just detect trap, or like isn't there like a skill for that?
I think. Let's see, because that's a great idea. Oh, actually, hang on. No, it's just a perception check. For example, a successful DC 15 perception check would have revealed this tripwire. But one of the things about moving fast is you can't search for things because you're moving too quick.
I mean, perception is actually something I'm good at, but I've just been rolling terrible today. Like I have a +3 bonus on it, so like I could try and look around. Like wisdom.
Okay, but there's probably not another trap like right around here. From our experience, there's only been like 1 trap per area.
Right, but I mean, I can see up to 30 feet, so I would assume that whatever I roll is going to be able to see up to 30 feet in front of us, right?
That's true.
Is that accurate, John?
Sure. Well, I mean, within reason. Like if there's like a tiny thing recessed into the wall, here's what we'll say. You can say, I'm going to I want to check for traps over the next, 30 feet or so. And
yeah, I mean, my dark vision max is at 60, but I'm assuming I can only probably see about that distance.
I actually think the rules are that if you were doing something like checking for traps, then you roll a perception check, and for the next chunk of time, you're going to be moving at slow speed because you need to be moving slower. But it'll cover that whole thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. See, I just rolled 17, so that's a 20.
Okay. So you start moving forward relatively slowly as you check for traps along the way. And it's a pretty short check because 20 feet further along, the tunnel opens up into a broader cavern. Within this cavern, you can actually see that there is a firelight lighting up this entire space. It's coming from this fairly intense and unlike you've ever seen before stone and metal brazier right in the middle of it. You know what? Let's just show you what you see because there's too much in here to describe otherwise, and I'm not going to do as good a job. So let's go into the roll of 20s, and let's bring the people in. So this time Dayfair's in the lead. We'll say that he's right here, followed by a flick. I'm assuming right now, without me putting your characters on, you can't see anything?
Yep.
Yeah.
But once I do, you can see? Okay, good. As it should be. But now, can you all see?
I can't.
I can't see anything.
You may need to zoom out to make sure.
Yeah, it's still just a black box right now.
Nope.
Okay. Hang on. We're getting there. Give me 1 second.
I forget.
It's
You
so
can
crazy
suck
that
my wing
the
rod.
program can't even produce it.
Oh shit, Errol, I don't even have you assigned to you. That would be part of why you can't see. Give me a second. Errol, controlled by, edit, in player's journal, Perry. Can be edited and controlled by Perry. Save changes. Got it. Now let's do reveal areas. Okay, can you see stuff now?
Yeah.
Okay. Technology.
Wow.
All right.
That is an intricate brazier.
Yeah, unlike anything you've ever seen before, right?
Unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Okay. And we need to make sure we have our friend Kari as well. And you actually see.
About to attack.
So you get the general layout of this room. You also can see that there is blood everywhere. And this is not just like the old dried blood of your friend. This is recently, relatively fresh blood. And your perception check was a 20?
Yeah. It
Okay.
wasn't a natural 20, it was 17 plus 3.
Yep. So you see a few other, you notice, first of all, that there's very clearly a dead body that has just been completely, like, you can't even tell what it was, but there is just clearly a corpse and pile of blood up here. And with your perception check, you actually also can hear like a lot of commotion, kind of nondescript, coming out of this tent.
Mm-hmm. Just like nondescript, like.
As in, like, there is some, like, yeah, some, like, intense, something is in there. It is moving around a lot. Essentially, there's sounds of chaos in there, but you just have no idea from this distance what it is. Because even with that perception check, I mean, you're still 45 feet away from that.
And there's nobody else in this whole cavern that I can see.
I mean, from where you're standing, you can't see. You could go explore.
Yeah. Well, Dayfair pulls out his sword and like gestures for everybody else to do the same, and then kind of like indicate like that it seems like there's something going on in that tent and that maybe we should go and check it out.
And the tent being the like round thing, like kind of up a little ways from us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So then, like, I guess when and if it appears that everybody else is sort of following suit, Dayfair is going to kind of
Yeah.
go
and
over
Blake
there.
would pull out his bow.
Excellent. So, here, 1 second. Is everything okay? Okay. Did you see the rover thing? She got back to you?
Yeah, we're looking for a change.
Perfect. Thanks so much. All right. Well, let's change the music just in case there's anything interesting in there. So who's leading the way? Dayfair?
Yeah.
Are you stealthing now? Are you, well, it's Dayfair. I'm assuming you're not stealthing.
Yeah, I can't really.
As you, here, let's get back up. So as you can see that like right here, there's a little stairwell. And this wall is probably a good like 6 foot kind of ledge going up. So this is kind of a bottleneck point of the only way to get up. We'll say as soon as you get right about here, all the sounds from the tent just completely stop.
Okay. So I guess we'll stop too.
And Flick and Errol, where are you? And you should be able to move your characters on the screen.
Okay.
I would say Flick has gone up the stairwell behind Dayfair. Is kind of like hanging back a little bit, again, just with the arrow drawn and trained on the tent entrance.
We'll say Balthazar has come here, and he says out loud, "So much death," and he points in this direction, and you realize that there's another mangled corpse over here as well.
Wow.
And actually, from where all you are, you can see that there is yet another one over here. And again, they're from a distance, unless you were to go up and carefully investigate, you have no hope of knowing what it is. What is not present is all of the just blood everywhere.
Also, John, is Skelly, is he with us?
Oh, great point. Yes, he absolutely is.
All right. So could
where do
we
you
like
want him?
retcon that he like dropped the orb like in the entrance to this cave, and then he's like standing next to me?
Yep. We'll say orb is back here.
Perfect.
on the ground, unattended.
Sounds good.
What's next?
Okay, just to clarify what I'm doing. I am essentially, I'm trying to be essentially backed into the wall, hiding next to the staircase.
Okay, gotcha. And we'll say the card is actually right up on top of it. So you can be like right here.
Okay. I feel like there's. Can I do Divine Sense?
Sure, if you have more uses of it left.
Yep, I have one more.
Perfect. And remind me, what does Divine Sense do?
I sense celestial scenes, undead, consecrated, desecrated, within 60 feet.
Celestial
and I can sense the type and its location if it is not behind total cover, which I assume a tent isn't total cover.
I mean, I think by definition, a tent is total cover if it's not open. But wait, you sense what it is of any being, but it's, wait, where's the total cover caveat? That is not behind total cover? Oh.
Yeah.
You know what, we'll say that there's an opening to the tent that is kind of, we'll say it's 3/4 cover, so fine, your Divine Sense will still work. Mark off when you said it. Yeah, there's definitely a fiend in that tent.
Oh, okay, great. This is the first time where it's actually worked. So now I have no idea what to do.
Set it on fire.
Well, yeah, totally. But I don't have the ability to do that.
There's a fiery brazier. Somebody get a torch and throw it or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wait, what is Balthazar again?
He, seems to be a magic user, but seems to also, he whispers out to you, Jafer, I ain't got no fire.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
At this point, all of a sudden, a familiar creature comes bursting out of the tent, as if it can, in fact, hear you because you're right outside, and it may or may not light fire. So I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh man, it's totally Barg.
And wait, hang on. Let me undo last initiative.
Is that just by rolling 20 again, or?
Actually, no. If you hang on. Oh shit! There was a way to do it. Oh shit! No. Yeah, just roll your 20s. I think there's a way for me to just highlight the wall and say add turn. Boom.
Okay,
Except that Deep Nose dead.
So mine was a 7 plus 4, 11.
11 for Flick. Done. Yeah, everybody just roll a d20 and then add your initiative modifier.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, God, first thing. Wait. Where's our initiative modifier?
It should be right above where your hit points are. Or no, it's right next to your hit points, initiative, in that same area.
Oh, right. I don't have an initiative modifier. Okay. So that was 13 for me.
I got 20.
You said it's 13 for you?
Mm-hmm.
And one more. Ouch. Not good card. All right. Oh, look. Barg gets to go first. So, what is he going to do? He is going to leap out at the closest thing to him and go batshit crazy on it. And you can see that his mouth is just covered in blood. There's bits of like entrails dripping down from it, as if these simple deep gnomes had no idea that demon from the abyss was headed their way. Yeah, he's just going to make an attack against, bite attack against you, Dayfair. So he's going to come down here.
Skelly throws himself in front.
Does 19 hit?
Yeah.
He does 18 piercing damage.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm not going to last very long.
And that's his turn. Errol, you're up.
Wow.
Okay. I am going to run along the wall toward run along the wall, like run along like the bottom so that I'm against the wall so that I can't be seen. I guess, do I need to make like a stealth check for that?
Well, so wait, you were trying to hide before?
Yeah.
Let's say you need to make a stealth check from before, because as you were
Okay.
getting ready, you were hiding.
Come on, stealth. Oh, come on.
So wait, what's your total?
8.
8? Yeah. As you're stealthing along, you kind of like trip on some rocks and fall. You get the sense that you're probably presence is probably known.
All right. What's in that? What's in that brazier? Like, what's going on with that thing?
It is just a roaring fire of coals flaring up.
Okay, then I am just gonna go hide behind it.
Like over here.
Yeah, like
Okay.
yeah. I would think you'd do more like
Right.
there, but like just to the left of that.
Like here?
Yeah.
All right. Those 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement, standing next to this. You can feel the heat it is incredibly hot. You're looking through the flames. There's this 6-foot wall behind you, and above it is this fiendish beast covered in blood, sinking his teeth into your new comrade, Dayfair, right into the neck and shoulder. What do you do?
Okay. I am not positive how many. I can't seem to find where my how many slots I had left.
Well, that should be your spell sheet's the very last sheet on your character sheet, and it should be at the top of that spell sheet.
No, I
So-
know, but like this one doesn't seem to have been. This one seems to be like the same as when I started.
I don't know. Did you? Well, either you didn't save it last time, or you didn't use spells last time.
I definitely used
Which I
spells.
honestly. Well, then you know what? Honor system. Mark off like spell slot, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Anyways, point being, I think I have at least one level 2 spell slot, so I'm going to use it. I'm
Okay.
going to use
What do you got?
suggestion. I'm going to use suggestion
Oh, boy.
on Barg. And I'm going to tell him to jump to me.
To jump to you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. You suggest creatures that can't be charmed or immune to this effect. Can Barg be charmed? He is not. Wisdom saving throw. Wait. Suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable.
Okay.
Asking it to, as an example, asking it to immolate itself ends the spell.
Barg, it's cold. You need to warm yourself up. Come to the fire.
Sure. He will mark off your spell slot. He will make a wisdom saving throw. What's your spell DC? Oh, it's more than 7.
Yeah. It is. It's 13.
All right.
God, did it work?
As you say this, you see him stop mid-bite and pull daycare out of his mouth and push back, and you see him start shivering. But it's not his turn. So unless you're going to move, you've got 2 more feet of movement. Unless you're going to move, that's your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to use my last bit of movement to get behind that stalactite right here.
Perfect. All right,
Hey,
it is Skelly's turn.
John?
Yeah.
So I was looking through my spells, and what does it mean if there's a little star next to the spell?
The star means that it comes with your specialty, so you always have it prepared. That's all. It doesn't impact you cast it just like anything else, but
Okay.
I think paladins you have to pick a certain number of spells, whereas for certain classes where you have to like prepare a certain amount of spells every day, one of your specialty spells is just always prepared.
Because one of my spells is a reaction to taking damage.
Oh yeah.
And I
Sorry,
didn't
totally
realize
do
that it was a reaction. Yeah, could I cast sort of retroactively Hellish Rebuke?
Oh snap!
Totally
Yes,
awesome.
you can. Mark off your spell slot. It is a reaction. It is within 60 feet. Yep. You point your finger at him as he's biting you. And he is all of a sudden surrounded by hellish flame.
Oh shit!
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So he's
gonna have to do his
make a
thing.
dex save. Hang on. Dex save. 17. Look at your saving throw. It's right above where it says first level. It says over on the right, saving throw DC.
Yeah.
What is it, 12?
Yeah, it's 12.
Okay, so he saves, so that means he takes half damage. So you get to do roll 2d10, and he will take half that damage.
Okay. Well, isn't it 2d10 plus 1d10?
Oh no, that's if you cast it at a higher level.
Oh, right.
It's plus 1d10 per spell level, so per extra spell.
Okay. All right. So he still
all
takes like 4.5 damage.
So yeah, I think you always round down, so he takes 4. As these flames erupt around him, and this would have happened before yours, Errol.
Yeah.
As these flames erupt around him, they're not quite singeing his fur as much as you would have hoped, but it does seem to where they startle him a bit. Then Errol, you make your suggestion, and despite the fact that he is engulfed in flames, he seems to start to shiver. It is now Skelly's turn.
Okay, so now he's down by the brazier, is that right?
No,
he hasn't done anything yet, because it's not his turn yet.
He will be. That'll be next turn.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Skelly's just gonna hit him.
I would actually plan on positioning yourselves personally, but because I don't want to mess up my suggestion.
Would attacking him mess it up?
Skelly just gonna...
Doesn't it? Am I wrong?
Can I interrupt his suggestion?
Actually, this is a good point. Any damage done to the target, the spell ends.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then, no, yeah. I'll have the skeleton go down to where he's going to jump. So by the brazier, I guess.
All right. So, here?
Yeah, that's fine.
So 5, 10, 15. But you're in his way, so that's 10, 20. He can get to, here, honestly.
Okay, that's fine.
And you can have him hold his attack such that if Barg is down by the fire, he attacks or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. It is Balthazar's turn. Errol, what have you said out loud?
Well, I wanted to be said, I'm just reminding you that last battle I did announce that a Bargus can be banished to its realm by being engulfed in fire. So everyone knows that now. So everyone heard me cast suggestion just now. So I think everyone should basically get the plan.
You know what? I'll leave it up to an intelligence roll for Balthazar.
Oh, God.
I think that's fair.
Oh, my.
So, Balthazar.
Florian.
Balthazar is going to hear this and is going to say, he's going to cast Ice Knife because he's like, oh, we want to make him feel cold. This is a first level spell. And it is, let's see, ranged attack, 1d10 and piercing damage. Okay. Wait, hang on. 1d10.
Can I do anything here? Can I call out to him or anything?
No, hang on. He's not going to do Ice Knife because his friends are nearby and they're going to hurt them if they got hit. I mean, technically, you could call out in reaction, but what is he going to do? Fine, he'll just do a Ray of Frost, which is a simple cantrip. Ranged spell attack. Okay, D20.
Come on.
And of course, he rolls fantastically well for a whopping 1d8. So Balthazar reaches out his hand and shoots forward this beam of ice that hits Barg square in the chest, goes through the magical flames that are engulfing him, and deals a whopping, again, doesn't seem to have the impact that he would have hoped, but hits him. At which point you see him kind of shake his head up and turn his attention back towards you, Dayfair. Dayfair, it's your turn.
Great. Well, I kind of feel like if he's going to do that to me every time, I'm going to die no matter what. So it feels like there's not really much point in trying to cure myself. So I kind of feel like I should just try to do as much damage as possible. So I guess I'm just going to hit him with my sword. Try to hit him with my sword.
Do you have any... Oh, yep. Go for it. Are you going to do a
I'm going
moving
to
blade?
divine smite him if I can, but I have to hit him first.
Okay. And do you want to do your booming blade attack? There's really no reason not to.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then if he moves, he gets an extra D8, assuming you hit.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay.
I'm pulling for you.
Yeah, thanks. Wow.
John, what did you do?
Yeah, like, this is the most ones we've ever rolled.
I'm starting to think that the data breach was entirely oriented around your D20 scale.
Like, I haven't rolled, like, I'm rolling so horrible. And, like, that was the last, like, move I was going to be able to make. I'm going to be dead.
So you technically can use your movement to try to get away, but he will get an opportunity attack on you. So you can either just stand firm. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and do nothing.
All right. Do you have any bonus? You don't have any bonus. All right. Flickwit, it is your turn.
Yeah, and so also just to say more broadly, just to parry, so in the future, might not be a good idea doing the, like, don't touch him, no damage thing when, like, in the first round of combat when I haven't gone first, when my entire gimmick is around doing as much damage in the first turn of combat. So, like, I might have attacked him anyways, even if Soulless Florian has not.
Well, I don't know. I guess I just don't know why everything has to always. Never mind.
But
Keep going.
yeah, so I mean, I have the Dread Ambusher, so I'm going to attack twice, or actually before that, because you can do bonus before attacks, right?
Yep.
So before that, I'm going to cast another Hunter's Mark on our friend Barg.
All right.
That takes me down to 2 spell slots used, according to my records.
Okay.
And so 1d6 damage from weapon attacks. Then on the ambush, so I'm going to do my normal attack. Normal attack I'm going to do with the sharpshooter bonus. So that's only +2 to hit. And I forget, how do I click it in the sheet?
Well, no, you're gonna have to just do.
Right.
Just roll a d20.
So it's roll a d20, 13 plus 2, 15.
15 does not hit.
Does not hit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's unfortunate. And then so with my extra attack then, I'm going to do a short bow attack once again. This one's going to be with +7, then I'm not going to do sharpshooter on it.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
It's not statistically possible. Like, oh my god. That's
Both of you
just in the last hour and a half we played. That's 7 ones, John. 7.
Listen. I blame the data breach. I honestly don't know what else to say.
So I would have missed anyway, even all my special shenanigans. But yeah, so I guess I can move, and so I'm gonna get the heck out of dodge. What's my movement again? I'm at. Where do I have movement?
You're at 25 plus 10. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to move back behind Salvador.
Sure. All right. It is Kari's turn. It's going to be hilarious if Adam dies while he's not here. All right. Let's get a sense of what the hell she can do. So I think she's just, really good at like attacking shit head on. So she's going to move up right in its face. This is the kind of adventure she came for. She is going to do, I think, actually, she's going to just swing her flail at it. Ouch. Which is a 9 to hit, which doesn't hit. But simple with this. So I'm trying to keep use. She's going to use her. Does flurry of blows require a hit? Is the only thing I need to look up. Key. I can't say. Flurry of blows. No. Okay. As a bonus, she's going to use a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So, boom, boom. Both of which hit. Which she gets 1d4 plus 2. So not a ton, but 5 plus 2 on each is 9 points of damage. So she comes running in, swings at it with her flail, goes wide, comes back with the elbow, roundhouse kick, straight through the flames that are now starting to wear off. Barg didn't seem to enjoy that, and it's now his turn. I think that he is, having just been kicked in the gut, is going to turn his attention from you, Balthazar, to Kari, and is going to swipe with his claws at her, which will miss. She just dodges out of the way in her zen state, and nothing happens. Actually, no. He is then going to, realizing, having just been hit and not enjoying the situation he's finding himself in, He's going to 1, 2, 3, so 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to try to get off this way. He's going to make an acrobatics check to see how gracefully he lands coming off that edge. He does not at all. So he actually comes running away. And first of all, Balthazar, you and Kari both get to use a reaction to opportunity attack if you would like to.
Oh, wait, are you talking
sorry,
about
not Balthazar. Yeah, you, Dayfair, not Balthazar.
Okay. Is that just like a regular to attack?
Yeah, essentially you get to make an attack. So you can't use your moving blade cantrip, but you can make an attack. 16 plus
okay,
what?
So 4, so 20.
20 hits. Roll damage.
Ooh, can I divine smite if I do damage?
Yes, you can.
Yes. All right.
So let's start with the great sword. 2d6 plus 2.
Yep.
Now, because you are a great weapon master, or no, because your attack style is two-handed, you get to re-roll a 1 or 2 on damage die. So roll 1 more in the place of the 1.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, so
that's fine.
2d6 plus 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6. And then would you like to divine smite?
Yeah, I gotta do it. I got it.
All right, so you use up a spell slot, but then you get to add 2d8 radiant damage.
Yeah. And I think, wait, is there, I thought there was like some other thing to it because, yeah, and then plus another d8 against undead and fiends.
Oh shit, 3d8.
Yeah, that's right.
3-1 coming up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay.
All right, 8, 11.
Okay.
You catch him like right across the back as he is going, and like almost sever his spinal column. But Kari also gets to do a quick opportunity attack as well, which is a 18, which does hit. She comes down with her flail and smacks him right where you hit as well. He lands prone on the ground. He is barely like gasping for breath, but is still alive. It's Skelly's turn.
Yay.
What happened to my turn?
Oh shit! No! You're right. It's your turn. I pressed twice. It's Errol's turn. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. He's prone.
He's prone. It looks like his spine was almost severed. He looks like he's barely holding on.
Okay.
That great sword hit him hard.
Yeah. All right.
Not as hard as that would have
All right.
been.
Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna get in there. Because that's all I got. That's all the real damage I can do. So I'm gonna go in there. And just get in at that spine with my punch knives.
Roll an attack.
Get in with that spine.
Sharpening his fork and knife, like, some spine.
Yeah. Well, it's all freshly smoked, so it's probably delicious.
No.
Oh wait,
Wow.
no, hang on. He's prone, which means you get advantage on the attack.
Oh yes, you're right. Come on, baby. Daddy needs some
fine.
new shoes.
What is your plus to hit?
It's not
I'm
enough.
guessing it's like
It's not enough.
4.
Yeah, it's like 4.
All right. And I'm guessing you're not moving because otherwise you'd get an opportunity attack.
No, I'm staying right where I am.
All right, Skelly's turn.
Skelly's gonna roll him up, I guess.
Skelly's going up to hit him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to hit him, I guess.
All right, Skelly comes wandering over. Roll a d20. Actually, roll 2
Nice,
d20.
Skelly.
He's still prone.
Nice, Skelly.
This is impossible.
John, I just want to note that during my last turn, I rolled 3 1s by myself, and then as a skeleton, rolled another 1.
You see Skelly reach out and go, ugh, and just totally miss.
Just hit himself in the
It's just like,
chin.
he is like down, his spine is hanging out, and we're just like, we're just like swiping.
There's a stormtrooper approach to killing him.
It's now Balthazar's turn, and he yells out to you, Errol, and he's like, okay, I could tell from your reaction that you didn't want me to attack before. Do you want me to attack now?
Yep.
He will shoot out with a ray of frost again, which spell attacks also are made with advantage. There you go. And it doesn't even matter. 5 damage. With this, Balthazar just somehow like expertly aims this blasting ray of frost through the space between the skeleton and the brazier, hits the remaining amount of the spine that just snaps, and Barg falls to the ground, finally unmoving.
Wow. He must have been pretty wounded when we found him.
I mean, you did have an entire fight with him, and he did also attack 4 dead gnomes that I'm sure didn't just, let him kill them.
Oh, thank God that we finally killed the bastard. Whew.
You find yourself in this blood-covered cave. Some of you, mainly Dayfair, yourselves are covered in blood and wounded. What would you like to do?
I say we burn that big body and get out of here. Or maybe even rest. Yeah. What?
Actually, what was the question?
Why do we need to burn the body?
Oh, we don't. I just want to.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't like him.
Well, I think we should check everything out first.
Sure. All right.
Because, I feel like there's, some shit in here.
Does Barg have any sort of pouches or anything?
Ooh, that's a great question. Make an investigation check.
Cool. That I can do.
Other important question while he does that, John, is Bargeist meat edible?
Oh my goodness. Didn't I come up with special rules just for you for this shit? I think I did.
I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9. As you look over his racked body, it's just a monster body. There's no
clothes,
no items, just meat, fur, and gore.
Cool.
Flick, make a religion check.
Me or?
Yeah, you want to try to see if there's any meat on him, right?
Yeah. 15 plus 1, 16.
What? Yeah, the gnome ranger rolls a fucking great religion roll. Meanwhile, if you ask me, I'd probably roll a 1 and be like, "What's God?"
You realize that if you wanted to, you could carve him up and have about 7 rations worth of barg meat.
It's what he would have wanted.
All right,
No,
I approve of this, man.
I'm going to take one. So again, it's more that Flickwitz is a sampler of the world's meats. After a kill of beasts and stuff. So you're just going to take like 1 ration, but then offer around, anyone else want some? While also being very sad and like crying, like cutting off a hunch,
like Homer Simpson.
Amazing. We'll say that takes you about 5 minutes. Does anyone take him up on his offer?
No.
Absolutely not. I fiend fiends abhorrent, so eating their meat is definitely abhorrent. But I've already seen Flick eat like 4 different things, so.
All right, I'm adding an extra ration to mine.
And yes, make sure you note that it is barg meat. All right, Xavier, what are you doing during all of this?
Yeah, you should go check out the tent or something.
Yeah, can I check out the tent where he was?
You can make an investigation check.
Not good at that. Which is weird because I'm really good at perception. So 8.
8?
Yeah.
You find the corpse of another what appears to be a deep gnome, so dark-skinned gnome. This one's only like half consumed, as Barg was in the act of it when he was in there. You find a pouch on said corpse, and you're kind of taken aback by just the sheer amount of gore in the room.
Yeah.
But the pouch is pretty easily visible.
Okay. Well, I'll pick up the pouch and open it.
You will pick up the pouch and open it. I will type to you in Zoom what you find. It's quite a large pouch.
Holy crap. So many recipes for barg meat.
Sorry, my call dropped again. I missed the last minute.
I found a pouch inside the tent.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll bring the pouch out of the tent, and I will show the contents of it to the party.
As you kind of open it up and show it to everyone, you see that it is a large leather pouch, quite heavy, with like approximately 182 golds worth of coins in it, and a mixture of copper, silver, and gold.
Wow.
Yep.
What's that stuff?
This is how we get more meat.
Ooh,
At this point, Kari seeing it is like, that's more money than I've ever seen in my life. Is this, what do we do with it? Do we have to turn it into someone?
Oh, I mean, there's not really anybody to turn it into.
We could try to find a Smirneflin, embassy somewhere, but I don't know that they really have them.
A what embassy?
The Smirneflin. Sorry, that's a deep gnome. That's just a fancy word for a deep gnome.
Is that what these dead creatures were?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I've just never seen this before.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
I'm pretty sure that, I mean, in all of my, like, war campaigns and, like, travels, when you come upon a situation like this and you find a bunch of useful items, it's usually yours. And if there were any survivors here, I would say the just thing to do would be to give it back to them. But seeing as there aren't, there's no one really to give it to.
Well,
So I would say the fair thing to do would be to split it equally among us.
I trust your experience. You seem to know what you're doing.
All right, well, how do we
You said
split that
182.
5 ways?
It was 182, so that's going to be what?
15 each.
36 each.
It's like 15 each plus like a couple. 16 each, yeah.
Wait, how many of us
it's going
are
to be
there?
like, it's 182 divided
right?
by 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
36.4.
36
Yeah.
each.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
added
yeah,
to your
plus
sheet.
20, yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't adding the 20.
Sweet.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Well, do we want to I mean, I assume none of us know anything really about the deep gnomes. Like,
I mean, you're welcome to make I don't know, history check?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy.
Or a
I'll make a
medicine
history check.
What did you say,
check.
Scott?
I was going to say, or a medicine check, since there's only a little bit left of all of them, I guess.
You know what? Dave, you make a medicine check.
Sweet. Oh, of course. Yeah, natural 20.
Oh.
Plus 1.
And I have an 18 in history.
Dave, as you're kind of walking from body to body, it is very, your war-seasoned eyes can pick up that these things were caught completely off guard. The first strikes were to the back of one of them. There's mining equipment nearby. You can see that they were just in the act of kind of mining out this room and were completely eviscerated. One was bitten into, much like you were, and essentially Barg ripped his entire body kind of in half from the shoulder after biting in. Another has just been completely opened up, rib cage ripped apart from the front, heart is completely missing, and on and so forth. Very detailed and graphic scene that you take in. Errol, as you know, these are the Niflin, whatever, however you say it. Common mining folk. Not necessarily good or evil. They kind of just like to stick to their own ways, and you're not surprised that you found them kind of in this mining operation, and also know that they're not an exceptionally fierce people, and this was probably a quick battle that they had no hope of winning.
Yeah. I knew a deep gnome once, actually. Not very well, but I did know him. He's kind of weak-willed and unfortunate. Anyway.
Oh. Well, Dayfair thinks that we should pile up all the corpses and burn them, and then use this little camp up here by the tent to, like, have a long rest.
A long rest? Do we have time for that?
I mean, do we actually have a deadline?
Yeah, I thought we did.
I thought we were just aiming to get to this place by a certain time, but...
You were told that you needed to be there by, I think, noon the following day.
Oh, damn it. Okay. And what is it, like 3 in the morning or something?
I'm trying to do the math right now. Yeah, it's probably like 3:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't do a long rest.
All right.
We could do another short rest.
Could we do... Well, how many miles do we have left? It can't be that much.
Like 4?
Hey, Flick, make your survival check.
Sorry. And the survival at +3, so 14.
14? I mean, you don't know for sure, but you feel like you got to be pretty close.
Yeah, so I think we have enough time for a 4-hour rest, which would be the equivalent of a long rest for me.
All right, you took the most damage. I guess we could.
Hang on a second. I think you only need to, I think your long rest is still, hang on. Nope, you are correct. You are correct indeed. You could take 4 hours and only you would get a long rest. Everyone else would do a short rest.
Yep. That's right.
Okay. I'm willing to do that if we are willing to, like, run after that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me that it won't take us 5 hours to get wherever we're going next. So.
Hopefully.
I
mean,
all right.
Are you okay with that, Pat?
Okay. Well, why can't we just do a short rest?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just super fucked up, and I also have no spells left, so, like, I really need that in order to be effective.
And do you have any hit dice left?
Yeah. I guess I could use a hit die.
Because
I mean, if you guys are
short rest, hit die up, and then, or this is also just true in life in general, that I always like getting places sooner rather than later, rather than like, oh, we waited 4 hours, and now we have to book it.
Okay, well, I mean, assuming that we don't run into anything where I'll need magic, I guess that's fine. Okay, all right. Well, if anybody else wants that, then yeah, we can just do a 1 hour thing, and I'll just use the hit die.
Okay.
And I'll do one too.
Yeah, right, I can't do the. I didn't take any damage, so I'm good.
And can you do your magical Song of Rest again, or no?
No, that's only once a day.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, so I get 4 hit points back.
Well, I mean, you could use another one if you want. I don't know how many of them you've used.
I could use one more.
So I am back to full health.
I would use it, Alex.
Balthazar,
Yeah.
Balthazar has nothing.
I'm still
All right,
betting that we still run into nothing until we get where we're going.
Oh my God.
Well, so there's another +3. You're getting there.
All right,
Right,
I'll
well,
heal
well,
you. I'll
well,
give you a cure. I'll use cure wounds on you.
Can I lay hands on myself?
You can lay your hands on yourself.
All right, so I'll just use my remaining lay on hands, so that'll be another 7.
All right.
And like I said, I'll cast cure wounds on you.
No, it's fine. Now
Well,
I
do you
have
still
21.
want
You don't
to?
need to do it.
You sure? Okay.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
All right, and everybody, if you have anything in your little limited features box that resets on a short rest, you can click that little short rest button and it will reset it. So on the fancy character sheet, which I think will really only be your channel divinity and Kari key points. Cool. Over the next, we'll say hour and 15 minutes, because it'll probably take you at least 15 or 20 minutes to pile up all the bodies to burn. You take a nice long rest. Some of you enjoy the benches in this room. Some of you enjoy the tent. You're burning the body, like on the brazier?
Yeah. It seems good.
Yeah, so you're
I
inhaling
also have
horrible...
Chloe pick up the orb.
Ah, good, good. You are in the midst of a cavern filling with the horrible smells of burning corpses, but feel somewhat rested afterwards, and wonder what will be in store for you next time, as we're going to stop right there.
All right. All right, good session, everybody. Sorry.
I mean, I have to believe that that's the worst that it can get as far as my rolling is concerned.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we will die.
I was really worried.
One more good hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thank God for that smite thing. Man.
Yeah, yeah. That practically single-handedly ended the fight. So
yeah.
You got the
all right. Well, I think we technically have one on the calendar next weekend as well, which I'm fine keeping, given that it's been 2 months since we played. Can everybody on this call do next Sunday?
I can.
Sweet.
Yes, I can.
All right, then. Oh shit! I think Adam's out then as well. Oh well, we'll survive. All right.
But I think Florian said that he was available for that weekend, though, right?
That'd be great.
One of them said that they could do that weekend, and one of them said they couldn't.
Cool. Another email check.
Florian said
right.
feel free on the 25th. Adam said he has on an anniversary trip with Lindsay. So he's out to the 25th.
I mean, it might be called off today after having to, miss this game. We'll see.
You interrupted me.
Ooh, wait. I need a volunteer of either Dayfair or Errol to do the recap for this session.
Who do you want to do it out?
What is there like a format for it? Like, does he have like a?
Nope. Here, all you got to do is here's the request. Sometime before Saturday, write up in whatever way you want Dayfair's kind of journal entry for this session.
Got it.
It can be a journal entry, it can be a letter, it can be whatever would be character appropriate, and it can be as long or short as you want. So anything from a paragraph to, a page. And I've been having fun with the formatting, so I'll come up with some fun format to put it in. You just give me the content.
Okay. Do we have a date?
For what? Oh, I mean,
Today's date
I
in
have
the
a
game.
date. I will get you the dates at some
Okay.
point, and you can add it.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'll write it up.
Cool.
All right.
All right. I gotta run.
All right.
This is
Okay.
awesome.
Way to go.
We should
Yeah,
like
thanks,
play
John.
D&D more.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
And move less.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.